Hello, good afternoon. So today we're going to present climate change by Mariana Vega, Ana Reyes, and me, Ivana Gastelum. Okay, definitions. What is climate change? Climate change is a long-term change in the average weather patterns that have come to Earth, local and global climate. So basically, climate change is the conditions of the temperatures and the rainfalls of our planet. When did climate change started? So an interesting fact is that climate change started in 1970s during the Industrial Revolution after burning a lot of fossil fuels. Some future findings are the following. Climate change is the most complicated environmental problem to potentially affect our planet. There will be a lot of problems such as the loss of diversity, rise of sea levels, etc. And extreme events due to the global warming are causing threat to human health and many more things.
The problems are greenhouse gases and solar activity. In greenhouse gases, there are water vapor, carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide, and solar activity is the sum of all variables in short-lived disturbances on the sun. In extreme weather events, there are droughts, extreme heat, hurricanes, tornadoes, wildfires, and extreme precipitation. The sea level rise is the level of the world's ocean rise due to the effects of global warming and land-based ice, such as glaciers and ice sheets. And in mass extinction, climate change is killing off Earth's little creatures, loss of about 3/4 of all species in existence across the world. Energy rehabilitation with buildings are designed or rehabilitated to provide a significant reduction of the energy needed for heating and cooling, independently of the energy and the equipment that will be chosen to heat or cool the building. The objective is to reduce a small percentage of the air gas pollution in our community. Energy rehabilitation seeks to lower greenhouse gas emissions and other pollutants, as well as decreasing the water use. The population in Guadalajara will grow to around 1,703,600 inhabitants by 2050. The durability of existing buildings means it is necessary to improve their construction and energy efficiency in order to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. It is therefore expected that by 2030, 1/3 of existing homes will require total or partial renovation. Our hypothesis is if most of the buildings in our community have an energetic rehabilitation, then mostly 30% of greenhouse gases will be reduced.
And now we are going to talk about the methodology. And first we have the variables. For independent ones are the buildings in our community. The control one is rehabilitated buildings. For dependent, we have greenhouse gas emissions and other pollutants, as well as water use. And for the detailed plan for financing, the project aims to improve the range of government development programs. It is working with the main financial institutions in the housing sector to analyze the mechanisms and programs for financing sustainable housing, and for the design and technological cooperation in order to achieve the community's climate change mitigation goals. The potential for energy savings must first be calculated in order to do so. The overall performance of existing social housing is assessed and a selection of measures is taken. And now for training, well, trained staff is required to assess the current condition of apartments to propose an energy efficiency rehabilitation plan and carry out the work on site. In the researcher study design, we have that for this project, we will be having a descriptive design for research, which will be including case reports, case series, and cross-sectional studies. Since they are more attached to the mission and vision of our project and are ethically safe, inexpensive, and relatively easy to organize. And now for participants, the people who make this work possible or will be part of it are the following. Our team, people who will answer the survey on the subject, expert or related people, and authors of the documents that we were able to have within our reach.
Okay, materials and resources. So basically in this project, we use a lot of materials such as internet pages, documents, and electronic books that were related to our subject or project. Then we had some questionnaires or surveys we used to collect data and many others. Then detailed schedule. So at the beginning of the project, we created a schedule that was organizing our our problem, our data, so we can finish our project at time.
And in analysis, after surveying 22 people, we concluded that after all, the great majority of people know about and believe in climate change. 90% to 91%, the majority of people know at least some things about energy rehabilitation, 59.1%, but 40.9% don't know how to help the situation. Most of the ideas to resolve this problem revolved around having alternatives to energy and electricity and ways to have energy. Half of the results were positive when coming to the knowledge of the bad service of buildings and how they affect climate change. A surprising and worrying result was that everyone considered that they produce quite a lot of electricity and contamination. No answer came back negative. 60% consume a lot of energy and 40% sometimes. 36.6% of people use some kind of alternative to electricity, which is mostly consists of solar energy, as it is the most feasible option to citizens. And that's it. Thank you.
Thank you. We hope it was of your interest.